Hi, my name is Seth England. I'm 31 years old. I'm 5'11", 300 pounds, and I'm the next biggest loser. I've been married for 3 years to my wife, Devin, and I have two beautiful little girls, Savannah and Kennedy. They're 2 and 3. Kennedy. I grew up pretty much always overweight, being picked on, and I always had real low self-esteem, and I think it's led to some of the depression issues. I work construction. I'm a general contractor. Really hard on my body being this heavy, trying to do what I do every day in 100-degree weather. A year ago in June, I got diagnosed with leukemia. They took me to Sunrise Hospital in Las Vegas, where they started me on chemotherapy in the cancer wing. My wife stayed there by my side at the hospital the whole time, laying in a little bed. I think that going through all this has definitely made us grow closer together, but it's also caused a lot of hard times for us, as a family, and financially, it put us in some debt, and the medication that I'm on now, it's hard for me to work as much as I used to. I'm probably sick once a week at least, and I can't work, and it's been a really hard struggle to own a business and do all the things that I have to do in order to make money to support a family. I don't want to be the person that survived cancer to die of a heart attack, getting leukemia and not having any insurance, and now that's been a big issue because the pre-existing condition, I can't get any insurance, I can't afford the medication. The medication actually is $200 a pill. I take 2 a day. Medication at first really made me feel sick. It made me feel like I had the flu all the time. Body aches, hurt stomach, and I've started to get used to it more and more, but I still am not even close to being the same as I'm totally motivated to lose weight and to get healthy. I don't want to be the person that survived cancer to die of a heart attack.
Hi, my name's Devin. I'm Seth's wife. Seth has been overweight ever since I've known him. I've tried to get him on my diet kicks and, do little things here and there, but he's never really wanted to do any of that. And then, let's see, in early 2011, first couple months, I realized, hey, whatever I'm doing, whatever I'm eating, he's starting to eat, and he's losing weight. He lost 40 pounds, 30, 40 pounds, and I was impressed. I was like, you're not really doing anything, and you're losing all this weight. And then he kept saying he was sick and he didn't feel good. And not really sick, just tired. So on June 9th, 2011, he went to the hospital, just to the ER, just because he didn't feel good and he hadn't been feeling good. And he's like, I'm just going to go get checked out. So I sent him out the door. I stayed home and I left him. He made him go to the doctor's by himself and told them to call me if he needed anything. So I was sitting home for an hour, maybe 2, and I just had a feeling. I'm like, I need to go to the doctor's. I need to be there. So I got a babysitter for our kids, and I'm walking out the door, and he calls me, and he tells me that they believe he has leukemia. I don't even remember anything. I don't know how I got there. I don't even know what happened. All I know is within an hour, we were on our way to Las Vegas for treatment. His blood count was at like 332,000, and I guess it's supposed to be around like 6 or 8. And that was 32 times the amount that it really should be. So they did pheresis treatments and they did chemotherapy. And we spent 2.5 weeks in Vegas in a hospital room. And I remember him saying in the hospital, well, at least I'm going to get skinny. At least this is going to be the way I'll ever lose any weight. It's because I'm going to have cancer. And I kind of thought the same. I was like, well, at least, you know, he won't die of a heart attack. But then we got home and he started doing, he takes a chemo pill every day, and he'll take every day for the whole rest of his life. So he takes chemo every day, just a pill, but he takes it every single day for the rest of his life. And it actually is an appetite increasant. So when he eats, he feels better. Otherwise, he's sick and nauseous and in bed. But he just needs to learn how to eat properly or eat healthier. And I don't know if he can do it by himself. I think he needs help, and he needs someone to help him with this. This whole cancer thing and the stress that has been on him, and just this sickness, like, he has no control. Like, there's no getting rid of it. It will be here forever. And he does not want to go through all this chemo and all of the worry and the sickness and gain all this weight to die of a heart attack. And I don't know what I would do without him, or our kids would do without him. We are so incredibly lucky to have him. He is the most amazing person I think I've ever met. He is just so genuine, and he's so trustworthy, and just, he's such a beautiful person, and his body's not matching that. And he feels embarrassed at times, and he just makes jokes out of it just so, you know, it makes him feel better. And he doesn't want to be like that, and he doesn't want to show our kids how to be unhealthy. He needs help, and he would be one of the most perfect people to do this. He wants to help others, and he is so giving, and he deserves this opportunity.
I'm April, and I'm Seth's sister. Seth and I are 3 years apart. He's my little brother, and we're probably the closest of the siblings. There's 5 of us, but we're probably the closest. I think that when I saw Seth's weight start to affect him, it was at a really young age. I would say probably about 9 or 10, and it seemed like he and I were spending a lot of time with my grandparents and maybe a little disconnected from the family portion of it. I think we stayed summers with our grandparents, and I think that's when Seth's weight issues became apparent. He started gaining weight at a young age, I think because of Seth and I spent a lot of time together as children, and I just remember one summer after we stayed with our grandparents, my mom had come back from a trip. I think that my parents had gone to Europe, and it became very apparent that Seth had put on a lot of weight. I think he was emotionally using food to fill a void that he always felt with feeling no self-esteem whatsoever. And I was kind of a different type of child, where I would overtly when Seth was having these issues at a young age, I was about 13, and so I was going through puberty, and and I kind of, you know, it seemed like I had a high self-esteem, but I think we struggled with things in a different way. And so I could see at a very young age that he used food as a tool for him to feel better about himself. And then it got to the point where his weight was an issue. I remember him being embarrassed to go school shopping at such a young age because my mom would have to take him to the husky section, and he always felt that he was just a fat little kid, and I would use it against him, and I feel like I had a part of his self-esteem issues, just wanting my parents' approval and wanting them to, you know, love me. All of us kids kind of did that. We were just looking for mom and dad's love, and so to put another sibling down kind of was the way that we worked. And so a lot of times I would call him fat, and for that I feel really bad. And then through high school, he was such a popular kid. Like, everyone loved Seth. He was homecoming king. He had so many friends, but he hated himself. He hated who he was inside. He chose a path, you know, he went down the wrong path for a while, just, you know, in the party scene as a teen, and he quickly, you know, hit a bottom there and pulled his way out, and he became one of my biggest heroes because he straightened his life out at that point, but he continued to use food as his tool to cope with anything, as he does today. He continues to do that. After he was diagnosed with leukemia, just thinking again that you're gonna lose your little brother is a scary thing. And then once he got the leukemia under control, with the medication that he takes, just to see more of a weight gain because of the medication that he takes. And I just see him in such a trapped life where he has gotten rid of so many vices, and he's fought so many life's challenges and saved so many others. And then I worry about him every day. The type of work that he does, being overweight, being sick. And I tell him a lot, you know, Seth, all you gotta do, you just gotta get started. You gotta want to try to make that change. And I've seen how addiction to food can really put a toll on every person's life. He has 2 little girls that love and adore him so much. And to think of them growing up without their dad is just horrible. I love you, Seth. I love you with every part of me. You're the closest person in my life, and I want you to be healthy. I want you to make a choice to change this part of your life and to finally get a grip on understanding why you eat the way that you do. I love you.
Hey, what does Daddy have?
Cancer.
Cancer, yeah. You worry about Daddy sometimes? I love you. Have a kiss? Okay. Go.
Yeah.
Come sit on his lap and let me ask you a question.
I'll ask her. Is Daddy sick?
Yeah.
I am? Still?
Yeah.
Is Daddy fat?
Yeah.
Yeah. What sickness does Daddy have?
Yeah, looking.
I have leukemia, yeah. Are you worried about Daddy sometimes? Yeah. You want Daddy to get healthy? So you can always have him, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah. You love me? What's your name?
King.
Kennedy. Can I have a kiss, Ken? Mwah.